Good evening, children of the night, and welcome to Old School Gaming with Matt Wolf Fede. Tonight we're playing Doom, a science fiction horror first person shooter from the year 1993. It was published by ID Software, and it is one of the most influential first person shooters ever. Without this first person shooter, I think there wouldn't have been things like Quake, Unreal, and some modern games. It was quite a hype at the time, and a lot of students, while studying at their universities or colleges, played this game. It has been played a lot all over the world, and it's well known. I'm playing the original version using an emulator to emulate a old computer environment. I'm using DOSBox. The program you can download if you search on Google for it. It's DOSBox, and if you find it, just install it, and then you can find some other websites with abandonware on it, which means it's games and software that's not being worked on anymore, and it's not illegal to play with either. So you can download that, and when you download them, you can it's mostly zipped or RARed. Just unzip it into a folder, and there are executable files in it. At least Doom has a Doom.x, and if you drag and drop that into the DOSBox icon on your desktop, it will run automatically. So that's not that difficult to do. Don't let it hold you back. It's cool to do. Also important to note, if you want to change your resolution or maybe allocate more memory, which I advise against because too much memory will let the game be run too fast and it's not playable anymore. But if you want to, you should go to the folder that you installed DOSBox in, and there you can adjust several options like resolution, memory, and even sound. Well, now we have that out of the way. Let me end this level first, and I'll be right back. Welcome back, children of the night. As you can see, I'm on the next level, and I'm gonna derp around a bit because I do not remember completely what I have to do here. It's been such a long time that my brain doesn't want to bring up those memories. And that's not a bad thing because it gives me a new experience in the game, and it makes it a lot more fun than it was for me when I played it far too much. For me, it started with my brother. My brother had a PC and was the only PC in the house. Maybe it's handy to know my brother is 7 years older than I am, so there's a gap between us, and that made it difficult sometimes, and especially with the computer part. My brother had a job at a grocery shop, and after saving a lot of money, he bought a 486 computer. And the first game, or one of the first games that he started playing, was Doom. Now, I wanted to play that game as well, but at the moment, I was about 11, 12 years old. And I wasn't actually allowed to play on my brother's computer that much, only when he was around. So, while he was at school, and because he had longer hours than I did, I started playing Doom in secret. And I even found out his password so I could get on this PC and play while he wasn't around. And I remember playing the game a few times and my brother coming back from school and being completely immersed into the game. I did not notice my brother came home. So he scolded some at me and told me to not go behind his computer without him being at home. Of course, being the young teenager that I was, I did not listen to him. So thankfully, I kept on playing Doom. After a few years, I got my own PC. My mother did some charity work, and at the place she did it, they had PCs as well, all 486s. And at a certain point, they decided to upgrade the PCs because Pentiums were becoming very popular and were becoming the standard. So, I suddenly had a PC, a 486. And what was the first game that I played? Of course, Doom. I remember having a 3.5-inch floppy disk with the game on it, and I installed it, and boom, instant Doom. And it was really fun to play. I remember, um, especially because I was somewhat older, and I finally could play the game as much as I wanted to. It did mean that I didn't sleep that much all the time and not doing my homework and all, but hey, it did make a gamer out of me. And from Doom, which acted as a gateway to other games, I started playing a lot more games. I played Duke Nukem 3D, especially. I started playing things like Descent, Hexen, and some other first-person shooters. I must say, first-person shooters are not my preferable gaming sort. I'm more of a strategy guy or a builder, actually. I love things like Minecraft. And the thing is, with first-person shooters, I'm not fast enough to play these games, especially the newer games or the modern games. They're almost all online. So if I play a first-person shooter or a war-related game, I tend to play it alone at home, just a single player, story mode, or whatever, and just follow the story. Um, I'll be honest, sometimes if I'm not able to get through the game, I use some cheats because I love the stories that much. Not all the stories are that great, but some stories are so extremely great that I love using cheats at that moment just to get through them. That doesn't mean that I do not try to play the game without cheats, because I do. I mean, Doom, I've played Doom till the end without cheats, and after that I started using God mode. And damn, that was some great fun. God mode makes the game so much more fun, especially the part that you can clip through walls. So that's pretty fun. I I do remember how influential Doom was, because even years after the game or the original game came out, there was Doom 2, of course. Then suddenly we had things like Ultimate Doom and What Doom, and people started to make gigantic maps for it, even more gigantic than they are now, or they were in the beginning. And its popularity never went down. Actually, it was that big for many years. I think for the best of a decade, even more, the game was that popular. And well, that's actually a great thing, because that meant that it sprouted a lot of other games that were not the same, but had the same feel to it. I remember Postal. I loved Postal a lot, and several other games in that genre. Um, and it's great to see that a game what could be so influential um, to the gaming industry. It really changed a lot. And the funny part is, nowadays I actually mainly play things like Minecraft, and I have other games on it on my computer, which I don't play too often, but I enjoy the Batman Arkham series quite a bit. Um, I'm not extremely rich, and so I cannot buy all those games, and that's why I don't play games all the time. But Minecraft, of course, I play that the most. And well, I must say, I do enjoy playing Doom now. I'm not gonna make a complete let's play out of it or complete walkthrough. I'm doing this just to show people some old games, and well, maybe even show people who have never played the game that it exists and it's a great game and you should try it out if you're somewhat younger. Uh, as I said, download DOSBox, find a abandonware's website, and start playing Doom. It's really fun. It's, as I said, it's the grandfather of a lot of games that exist nowadays. So try it out. And one of the testaments that this game was extremely popular and still is the fact that they made a third one called Doom, and it's a modern version of this game. And I haven't played it yet because, as I said, I'm not a first-person shooter guy. I might do it in my spooky gaming series because that would be fun. It said it has a lot of jump scares, and that is awesome, simply awesome. As I'm a big horror fan and all. But I think one of the most important things that showed that Doom is still pretty big is the fact that they made a movie out of it. I don't know if everybody's seen it. I guess that a lot of people have seen it because it was a major motion picture and not a cult classic or something like that. It was a movie adaptation with The Rock in it and some other guys that I don't remember who they were. I'll be honest with you, The Rock I know a lot more because I'm a huge American pro wrestling fan. So yeah, that is why I know it that well. I did like the movie, but it's not like it was the best movie ever. The acting wasn't that great, and they kind of fucked up the story a bit. The original story is Mars has two moons, and they were doing some experiments with the gate and genetics, and over there something went wrong, and the moons disappeared, and stuff started to seep out of, it seemed, hell. And that's Doom. That's the real basic version of the story. The story is much deeper. I mean, you're a Marine, and you're simply known as the Marine, and you're walking around and you're shooting hell creatures. It's that simple. The game is also that simple. The idea of the game, and in the movie they made it a lot more complicated, and they tried to put a storyline into it that wasn't actually the storyline. You know how it goes. They try to make it bigger than it is. So, if you want to have some fun and you like action movies with a bit of a horror theme into it and science fiction, check out Doom. And if you're a rock fan, of course, then you also should check it out. I do not remember where I'm supposed to go to. I think I have to go back to the beginning. Is this the blue? No, I have to go to the blue door. First take some ammo and some health. I'm not gonna make these old school gaming videos too long. I think that the charm in these videos will be that they are not too long and they're just interesting enough for people to see the old games and maybe get inspired by it and start playing old games and give them a try. I mean, it shouldn't be forgotten child. They have been made and they're great to play. And as I said, they have a big history behind it. And it's a great way to have some time, great time, and to pass time. And try it out. There are so many games out there on abandonware sites that have been forgotten or been discarded. And I mean, some of the games that I like the most are actually somewhat older. Um, Doom being one of them, because it gives me a great feeling of the old stuff that with my brother and I were already told. So, check the games out, try DOSBox, and I'm telling you, you will have a lot of fun with it. Hey, have a great evening, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Good evening, and till the next time.